I'm gonna call a few cases. Just bear with me. I do need to find out, I've got someone calling in on a phone that is
I think
not
that's,
identified. Is that?
Maceo.
Yes, Maceo Jones.
Okay, good. Let me get that file too. And I have one more. I've got white shirt, white collar, blue trim on the collar. What's your name, sir?
Charles Wells.
Mr. Wells. Okay, so let me get some of these files here and we'll get going.
Sounds good.
Okay. Charles Wells the second. That's 2202-075.
Your
Hey,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Oh, is that you, John? Thank you.
John, I got to bring on behalf of Mr. Wells, Judge. How you doing, Charles?
Good. How you doing tonight?
Real
Well,
good, real
today.
good. Did you happen to get a text from me?
Yeah, I saw your
okay.
text. Yep.
Just want to make sure we have the right number, so I didn't misdial.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Judge, as you can see, he's got from his driving record, he's got some issues he's got to deal with here. I think mainly there's an outstanding case in 36 that still has to be adjudicated.
Do you have a court date yet, Mr. Wells?
No, I don't. I guess I need to go make one at 36. I have something there.
Well, you do. There's a pretty significant one. It looks like from an arrest that would have taken place in October of 2021.
Oh, that was yeah, driving intoxicated. Yeah, I remember that.
So that case is outstanding right now, and so they're not going to. One, you can't move forward on getting your license, but two, they're just going to have that warrant hanging over you, so you get, picked up at any time for that. So that's something I would suggest that you make a call, find out what you need to do to turn yourself in. It's just it's easy to put off for another day because there's always a fire that's going on. There's always something going on, and you're like, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I sort of get that. I understand it, Mr. Wells, but it's not going anywhere. And there's never going to be a better time than now. So let's just at least find out what it's going to take care of it. Right.
Okay. That sounds good.
So the way this program works is, I don't expect that you'll have everything done tomorrow. That's not how this works. This is a grind and it takes some time. And so what I would expect between now and the next time we see each other, you at the very least identify what do I need to do to clear up what I got at the 36th. All right.
Okay.
Not that you have it done, but so you at least know what it's going to take money wise, time wise, so you can make a plan. Because right now, how can you even make a plan if you don't know what's going on down there? Right.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Angot, you got a good number for him. And do me a favor, Mr. Wells, when Mr. Angot texts you, just text him back so we know we got the right number, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Appreciate
So
was the 36th district the only place I need to do some work at, or is there anywhere else?
in Hazel Park, you got, it looks like it's a money thing out of Hazel Park, like maybe you owe them some money.
Okay.
But 36th District Court is definitely the one that you're going to need to figure out how to get in there and make a court date. Am I reading that right, Mr. Angot? I think that's right?
Is exactly what I see, Judge.
Okay. So I'll adjourn this 90 days. Let Mr. Angot know if whatever you find out. You don't have to wait 90 days to give us updates. Text back and forth with Mr. Angot and we can maybe give you some tips too. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So I'll adjourn this 90 days. We'll send notice. Good luck, Mr. Wells.
I appreciate you, sir. Have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you.
Yep.
Nicholas Wire.
Yes, Your Honor.
122-01119.
Ready, Your Honor. John Angot appearing on behalf of Mr. Wire. Judge, and Nicholas, if I may ask, I sent a text, and then when I called, your phone just goes right to a busy signal. So I don't know. Do we have a good number for you? Did you get a text?
I don't think I got a text from you. I had received communication from Ms. Chappelli, not this go around, but the last time I met with you guys So I can confirm my number with you if you would like.
So the only thing I'll ask is the 9810 still good?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, good.
that's the number you were calling?
Yeah, yeah. And maybe it was just the timing of the call that something was happening with your line, but it wouldn't even connect. It was just like that old school busy signal. Anyway, Judge, it looks like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Nicholas, but you had two within 7, and I think you're eligible to get a
Yeah,
hearing.
he
Is
had,
that right?
he had an interlock violation, but that's 6 years ago now. So I have to believe, or about 6 years ago, so I have to believe he's eligible to start that process.
Yeah, so I'm just working my recovery, not to step in. And I'm just getting my signatures with my AA group. And so I'm, about ready to make an appointment with someone as part of the process to get the license.
Yeah, there you go, Mr.
Okay, so
This
you're
is-
on it. Good.
And,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure every time we have you here, I'm like, I feel like I'm mispronouncing. Is it Wire? Am I right on that?
It's weird.
Weir.
Thank you.
Okay, Weir. Got it. So, Mr. Weir, I'm so happy that you are so engaged in your recovery. This is going to put you in that much better position to get a real chance to get your license restored. So you just need time from us, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll adjourn this another 4 months. And then hopefully you'll make an appointment, talk with an attorney on this one, a specialty attorney that deals with this. And but what you're doing right now, especially with your recovery, you're giving yourself a great chance, Mr. Weir.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm speaking with Jonathan Jones too. They're helping guide me through the process.
Oh, good. Then
So
you're
I'll
on
touch
it.
base with Ms. Chappelli and get Mr. Angot's number and make sure we're all on the same page here.
Perfect. And then let Mr. Jones know we said hello. Okay.
Yes,
Will do.
All
he's
right.
one of
Good
the
luck.
favorites. So,
Take care.
Thanks, guys. You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Lauren Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, are you
Hello,
there?
hello, Your Honor.
Hello. I have note that says he got a valid permit on Valentine's Day.
He's got a permit. Thank you for calling his case. He's at work. He's a crane operator, so they don't get much done if he's not on that crane. But he's got until August 24th. He just got over the flu. He's just getting back to work, so we just need a little more time for him to
I'm
schedule.
ecstatic though. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Mr. Davis. We've been at this a long time. He's actually got a permit. So the permit is huge. And if he needs just a little bit more time to save up the money to do the road test, no problem.
Great.
You must be just chomping at the bit. You're so close, Mr. Davis.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm trying to focus on seeing you as well as hearing you in this loud environment. Could you repeat that for me?
Sure. I just said you must be just chomping at the bit. You were so close to being done.
Oh, yes. And then I caught the flu right when I was scheduling the test. So it was kind of bad. It's unfortunate. But the fortunate part is I healed up and I'm ready to take that test.
Great.
So it sounds great. I will adjourn the 60 days. If you get done sooner, call Ms. Chappelli. I'll bring you in sooner. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. I really appreciate it.
All right. Now get back to work on that crane. All right.
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
got it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye,
Take
Mr.
care.
Davis.
Have a wonderful day, Mr. Pelly.
Thank you. You too.
It's been a grind for him. That is going to be a great day. Him getting his license. It's wonderful. All right. Courtney Malone.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So it's gonna go Malone then Murray. So Mr. Murray, if you're ready next, okay? 2015-88034, Courtney Malone, I think Barclay, isn't it Barclay now?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I was right about that. All right.
You are a
Ms.
judge.
Chappelli.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli. So the matter is she had a ticket from 2017, $258. I sent her the information. Guess what she did, Judge? She immediately paid it.
Yes.
So that's done. So the next thing I said, get that written test scheduled. She's going to get it scheduled. I think you wanted 2 weeks for another Well, actually, Judge, I'm looking.
She's never had a license, so
had a
she'll have to,
license,
so
but-
so, Ms. Malone, once you get your permit, because you've never had a license, they'll make you sit on it for 30 days. You gotta be on a permit for 30 days, then you could take the road test. So we probably should just adjourn it out 45 to 60 days.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Miss Barclay, it is so close. It's right there. You just do me a favor and promise me that you will, and I can tell she's got the phone and I gotta speak loudly so she can hear it.
Okay.
Just make sure that you take the practice test Miss Chappelle will send to you so that you ace it the first time, okay?
Oh, yeah, she's already, yeah.
Okay.
But Judge, this is why I was asking for 2 weeks. She's had a permit before. So I think I think our thoughts might, me and Courtney were, will they make her wait for 30?
You know what? That's fair. So why don't I do this? I'll set it off 2 weeks, okay? And if you find out that it's not gonna happen, just call Miss Chappelle and I can bump it for you, so you don't have to show up, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I'll text you.
Yes, it does.
All right,
Okay.
so let's try for 2 weeks. I'll be very happy. So might as well give it a shot, right?
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll adjourn this 2 weeks and we'll send notice. And good luck, Miss Malone. It's right there. Great job. Great job.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Good, Simone. Thank you,
Take
Andrew.
care.
Have a good.
All right. I'm calling Mr. Murray and then it'll be Miss Miles after that. All right, so 21-01173, Martin Murray.
Ready, Judge? John Agaping on behalf of Martin Murray. Hey, Martin, how are you? Oh, you got you on, you're on mute still. Hit that red microphone there.
Should be. There he
Okay,
is.
how's that?
There he is. You're here. What's happening? How are you, Martin?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Good afternoon.
afternoon.
So, Judge, we thought, or at least I thought from the records, that he was good to reapply with a written road test. But what he indicated when we communicated today is that he's got a block from his New Jersey license. And I don't know.
Oh, because I'm looking at the Michigan one. I'm like, no way, he's fine.
Yeah.
So what's the story?
Yeah.
What's the story in New Jersey?
I have I've been in Michigan. This is my 29th year. So everything in New Jersey is like 1995 and previous. I had a friend of mine, he's deceased now. He used my identity. And then I had a couple older infractions out there, but I'm trying to get I'm disabled now. I'm not working and I'm trying to, I got awarded my disability settlement, but unfortunately my lawyer kind of ran off with my money. So I'm in court with the Michigan Attorney Grievance Commission.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to retrieve my money with the Michigan Client Protection Fund. And I'm just having money problems so I can make that trip to Jersey to take care of all of that.
I remember talking to you all about that, Mr. Murray. Sorry to jump in, but we talked about it. We looked it up online, all the news articles about it. Yeah, it's a bad way.
Yeah, I'm about to go to the prosecutor's office and I'm going to take it even further.
You need to, yeah, definitely.
Yes. Yeah, $240,000 my attorney ran off with.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. Brian T. Jelly at a Grosse Point. It's all over everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the news.
240 grand. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not so happy today, but I'm working on it.
What can we do to help with the New Jersey stuff? That's my question.
I really just have to get with they have the New Jersey surcharge. It's almost like the you guys canceled in Michigan, the Michigan
Reinstatement?
Responsibility.
Yes. So in New Jersey it's called the New Jersey surcharge fund. So each year I didn't pay it, it gets interest like the IRS. So I have to make a settlement with them. Yeah, I have to make a settlement with them. It's up to like 14 grand.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Yes. New Jersey is a rough state to live in. That's why I left 29 years ago.
I
Yeah,
look at
it gained interest.
he's still got a smile on his face. I
I
just,
know.
Yeah.
And he's so
Well,
nice all the time.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I work hard my whole life, so I did everything right. So this is the only little problem I have going on.
well, I
That's
mean,
it.
I'm happy to continue to give you time here because I still think that it seems to me that you still want to try to get your license. You haven't given up on
Yes,
that.
I do.
So
Yes, I do.
if he just needs more time while he's sorting that out, I'm happy to give you whatever time you need, as long as you want to stick with us.
Yeah, we submitted paperwork for the Michigan Client Protection Fund, and they're offering to reimburse much of my, as much of money as they can. It's up to 150,000 per check. So hopefully, I should end up with more money than I was with my attorney. Then I could just take care of everything, and I could move forward.
There you go. So he just needs time then, because that obviously his cause is just, and he should be met with some mercy on this. So, Mr. Murray, what I'll do is I'll just adjourn this out another 4 months because he's got nothing here that's holding him up. It's just the New Jersey stuff. Fine. So still,
If you have some, Your Honor, if you have some free time, look up Brian T. Daly of Grosse Pointe, and is very, very interesting. He's a very interesting gentleman, and he set a lot of people back with this
Terrible.
embezzlement.
Terrible.
I definitely will look that up. But more, I'm less interested in knowing him, and I'm more glad that I know you, Mr. Murray. So hang in there.
Thank you.
All right, we'll send notice for now. There's nothing you need to pay us yet. Anything? Don't worry about that, and we'll see you back here in about 4 months. Keep chewing away, okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Take care.
All right, Lauren Miles, and next I'm going to call Levon Stroud. After that. So, Miss Miles, are you there?
Yes, good afternoon.
All right. Let's see here. So this is 2016-03-918.
Judge, she and I have spoken this week, and I asked her to get a practice or a written test set, and she's done that. It's scheduled for March 14th at 12:50.
I mean, Miss Miles,
I
I've
know.
been at this for over 7 years, and you're right there. You're about to take a written test. You're about to get I mean, this is incredible. You've stuck with it. You've been determined. You've been focused. You've been locked in. It is, I'm really excited. It's kind of feels a little emotional as long as we've been working together, Miss Miles. Do you feel comfortable, ready to take that test?
No. I've been doing the practice test and I haven't been doing as good as I wanted to on it. So I'm gonna keep practicing up until the day that I go take it.
Perfect. And that's the key with prepping for tests. If you're going to do crummy, do it on the practice so you learn, so you're ready to go and put your best foot forward at the time of the test. Every single time you take a test, you're learning something, Miss Miles. You're gonna be ready.
Right.
So,
Judge, could I ask you to look
Go
at I just want to make sure there's no trap with the 303G.
No, I had made a note back in November. She was eligible January 27th, and she hasn't picked
Oh,
up any
good.
other traffic
Okay.
tickets since then. So she is ready.
Ready.
She's ready. So she'll have to be on a permit for 30 days. So I'll adjourn the 60 days. But Lauren Miles is going to get a license. By God, this is happening. So
Absolutely.
just keep doing the practice test. It will get better, I promise. Okay.
Okay.
So it is really good to see you. This is I'm really excited because it's coming, Miss Miles. It is. All right. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right. I'm gonna call Stroud now. Next on deck is Jones. All right.
Hello.
So case number 22-00560, LaRon Stroud.
Hey, Laura. John, I got a appearing on behalf of Mr. Stroud. So, Judge, we spoke. It looks like he only has a no proof in 31st and 37th district courts, and it may be 30th district court. I may have.
It's 37th, and then Highland Park is 30th, isn't it?
30th. Yep.
So
And then he'll avoid the. I mean, I told him he's got some time because he's got 4 years from 2023 birthday, but obviously we don't want to wait that long, Mr. Stroud. So you're close.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it done. I had caught 3 more tickets in Hazel Park, and it was like 1,500 I had to pay, so I had paid that so I wouldn't get a warrant.
Right? That's a smart thing to do, Mr. Stroud. You don't want to get that warrant, but see, like that's what I try to reinforce. Like this Berkeley ticket. All right, this is the way we handle things differently. Like that Berkeley ticket that you had also had 3 charges. Okay, but the prosecutor reduced a number of them, reduced like to expired plates, defective equipment, allowing a licensed person to drive. So the defective equipment here is 130, expired plates 130, and the allowing a licensed person to drive, you get your license back. We're going to keep it to like 150, 175. So you getting it, the way we work with our program is not only are you going to get your license back, but instead of paying $1,500 on 3 charges, you're going to pay less than 500 here.
Right.
And we'll give you a payment plan, and we're not going to, it's not going to be a situation where we're just throwing warrants at you and stuff like that. So I'm hopeful that, like the whole point of our program is to inspire people that it can actually happen rather than just be another hand in their pocket. And so just try to make a plan for Highland Park, try to make a plan for Warren, but you're right in the game. You're right there, Mr. Stroud. I think you know it.
Yeah, I am. I've been having people take tickets, but I was just sick, so I'm back at work now. So I should have it paid within a few weeks.
All right. Well, Mr. Stroud, I'm going to turn this out 60 days. We're going to hang in there with you. You're hanging in there with us. But I feel like you're going to be in a much better position. Maybe knocked off 1, even 2 of those tickets in the next 60 days. But I look forward to the update. And I'm like I said, I think we made progress. We're making progress, and we're going to make this happen. Keep it up.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, and we'll see you in a couple months. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Maceo Jones and then Taylor Hunt. Maceo Jones.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. Jones. I can hear you. It's Elizabeth.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, Mr. Jones is here.
Okay.
Any updates, Ms. Chappelle?
Well, Judge, what I got in the review was there was 1 ticket out of East Point from 2020.
Yes, no
Okay,
insurance.
so he was completely unaware of that. So I looked it up. I gave him the ticket number, gave him the amount. Things are not great right now with Mr. Jones. He just started working construction, but he'll work 2 days and then they'll be off for 2 weeks and then work 3 days. And also, Judge, I want to reiterate that if you recall, Mr. Jones previously was allowed to take and pass the written test and pay reinstatement to be told, oh, you're not eligible. So
I remember.
yeah. So he's just going to need some time to pay that $378. He's on a payment plan in Detroit for some tickets, none of which are suspending him, but obviously he's doing the right thing by paying those.
Well, my take on my take on Mr. Jones is right now the best I can do for him is giving him time and giving him room to get this done. I wish I could move the world a little bit so that we could speed it up for him. But think about that for a minute. Like he had a chance to take the test, get everything done, and have it yanked. I think the normal thing to do would be someone who just give up or just say, it's not happening or get angry, at the system and how it's really holding them back. What does Mr. Jones do? He shows up here to court every time. He is, he's committed to this. Like it just makes me want to fight for you, Mr. Jones. So whatever time you need to plow away, to chop away at that East Point ticket, fine. Because there's only one way the story ends, Mr. Jones, and that's with you with a license with my congratulations. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, but you showed up here today, so I'll definitely give you more time. And if you run into issues, please call Ms. Chappelli. Obviously, you have her number, a good line of communication. But let's bump this out 90 days and
Thank
see if we can figure out how to chop down that East Point ticket, okay?
Okay, thank you.
It's good to talk to you, Mr. Jones. Hang in there. We'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, yeah, thank you. Good talking to you too.
Bye, Mr. Jones.
All right, have a good day.
That's tough. That's just tough, you know, just tough. Taylor Hunt and then Washington after that.
Yes.
All right. Taylor Hunt. That's 22-02137.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli for Taylor Hunt. Boy, God, she's on it. She has been sending me printouts from Detroit and paying tickets. She's handling everything. So she's doing the right thing. She's paying tickets. But what I see is that she's suspended as a result of a July 2023 speeding ticket that suspended her through July of 2024. Is that accurate, Your Honor?
Yeah, it looks like, so let's walk through this. So so what happened was it looks like they had given her a 1-year. How did they do this? They gave her a 1-year suspension. This is sometimes these records are tough to follow.
Yeah.
So okay, so they gave her the Secretary of State gave her a 1-year suspension from September 8th of 2021 to September 7th of 2022. Okay, now that suspension has been reinstated. But then she picked up a traffic ticket during that time frame.
Okay.
And because she picked up a traffic ticket in that time frame, which was March 6th of 2022, then they suspended her from April of 22 to April of 2023. Okay. So then she then picked up a ticket in July, hit a record July of 2022, which was in that middle of that April to April suspension. And so they went from August to August. So August of 2022 to August of 2023. Then she picked up this Detroit ticket. And the Detroit ticket, again, every time, just so you went, did I lose her? I feel like I lost her. I did, I lost her.
Oh, she just texted me. Oh, when she tried to hit her video on it, logged her out. Oh, there she is.
Here she's coming.
There.
Miss Hunt, are you there?
There we go. Yeah, I'm here now.
Sorry,
I'm sorry about that.
No problem. I was walking through trying to understand why she's got a 1 year. So she had a 1 year from like September 2021 to September 2022.
Yeah.
And then each time you pick up a ticket during a time you're suspended, they restart the clock. So she got restarted for a year in April of 2022. She got restarted again in August of 2022. And then she got restarted again in July of last year. And so it's July 22, 2023 through July 19th of 2024. But that is all that's holding her up. And so basically, what I would suggest that we do, okay? Let's see here.
And I know
I'm gonna have Tammy call the Secretary of State just to confirm. Because it wasn't a 1 year suspension for like a drunk driving or anything like that. It just looks like it was one of those 1 year suspensions that came because her license was suspended for over a year. It's hard to quite understand. I can always ask Judge K to take a look at that, but when I look at your driving record, Ms. Hunt, it says that you will be eligible on July 19th of 2024 to get your full license again. So no matter what, it's not a never anymore. It's not going to happen. Worst case scenario, it's July. Okay. What we'll try to do is find out if we'll call Secretary of State and say, hey, is that etched in stone? Like, is there anything she could do, any type of assessment that she could do? We'll try to find that out in the meantime. Okay. Your
Okay.
number one job, Miss Hunt, and I cannot stress this enough. You cannot get any kind of ticket. All right, between now
I
and
know,
July,
yeah,
because when that happens, they just bump you a whole nother year. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So this is like part court order and part begging. Do not get another ticket. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in
And
the
I will
meantime-
say this, Your Honor, she's got plans to have everything in Detroit paid off very shortly. I don't know, the windfall you just came to you, but if she does that, I told her an outside edge is that maybe I could go back and do some begging in Detroit and get that last speeding ticket amended to something that wouldn't have struck.
You're right. That's true. That's another option. But Miss Hunt, you are absolutely showing your quality by the way you are taking care of your business here. And if what you need from me is additional time, you have it. I'm happy to accommodate you. So I'll adjourn this again about 4.5 months to get us past that. But Monica, please, I put a note here. Please remind me to have Tammy call SOS and confirm whether suspension can be shortened at all.
Please.
I'm assuming no, but what does it hurt to make a call, right?
Yeah.
So, Ms. Hunt, it's good to see you. Keep plowing away, and you know what? Worst case scenario, she'll get time to she'll have this license in time to have some summertime driving.
Right.
All right, take care of yourself, Ms. Hunt. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, Hunt.
Bye.
Okay, we have a I have Mr. Washington's, and then we have a custody. Do we know about that?
Yes. Yes.
Hi, Judge.
All right. Should have Mr. Washington there. Okay, good. 2201-490, Travion Washington.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle for Mr. Washington. Judge, it looks like because of he was on a restricted period because a young driver picked up some speeding tickets in a very short period of time, and then I believe violated a restricted. I'm not entirely certain when his end date is.
That's a good question. Actually, I probably would want. Let me I want Judge K to take a look at this real quick. So, hang tight 1 second, Mr. Washington. There's something just was.
I'll come into you. I'll be there in a second.
The key is knowing when he's eligible and what he'll need to do when he's eligible. So basically, I find that so many times, Mr. Washington, if someone gets themselves in this position, there's no direction, like no one knows even what to do. So when you are eligible, I'm going to want you to be able to know exactly what boxes to check, who you need to talk to. So just hang tight. I have a resident expert coming in. Hold on. Okay, so Mr. Washington, it looks like it's hard for us to tell from looking at the record whether you can apply until August because of that Dearborn ticket being in August. Both Judge Kay and I agree that it's worth you should call the Secretary of State to see if you're immediately eligible for an assessment. And they do those once a year, and you haven't had one this year yet. And so that I think could move things up a little bit quicker. So let's try that out first. So that's your sort of homework assignment. Phone calls are free. So make a phone call and say, I'd like to know when I'm eligible for a driver assessment reexamination, and Ms. Chappelle, you can, make sure he's got the right language to use, a
Absolutely.
driver's assessment reexamination. Okay. They might tell you, just be prepared for that. They might tell you, you can't have it until after August. But my take on it is I don't have anything telling me for sure that you can't. And so why not make the call? And they say, you could schedule one in a couple months. Well, then that's better, so, and just, I will say this, when you call the Secretary of State, pack a lunch, be prepared to be on hold for a little bit. That's all right. Give yourself some time, but listen, these are the rules of the game we're playing. Okay. And we play to win. So, let's make sure that you take the time, make the call, and whatever answers you get that back to Mr. Chappelle so we can process them. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Mr. Washington, it's good to see you. For now, I'll just adjourn this 90 days. We might be able to pull it up. We might have to push it back. But you got your homework assignment. Got a phone call. All right.
Yes.
All right. Good luck. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Okay. I got our next group coming in.
Judge, did you want to, is the person from OCJ here?
Yep. Bringing in.
Okay.
It should be a mic. See the mic all over the
No.
Oh, it is.
Hey,
Yo,
what up, though?
what up, though?
What's
Here we
going
go,
on?
Mr. Gray. Hang on, everybody. Hold on. Let me just check everybody in. So I've got Mr. Grays here. All right. Mr. Grays is in custody, so I have to deal with this case first, and then we're going to march through everybody else that's here. But I appreciate everybody showing up. So with Mr. Grays, are you covering that one, Ms. Chappelle, or Mr.
I
Angus?
am, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Grays, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with the assigned counsel. Okay.
Okay.
That'll be room number 1. There we go. Okay. So I'm grabbing Mr. Kane's file, and then next after that will be Mr. Thornton. So we're gonna keep this moving. 22-01134, Derek Kane.
Yes, sir.
Ready, Judge. John Angot appearing on behalf of Derek Kane. How you doing, Derek?
I'm doing pretty good, and you?
Well, I'm doing great, but not as good
Oh,
as you.
he's got a valid license.
That's right.
Oh, Derek
Yes,
Kane. You
Yes,
should have
sir.
known. Guys like Derek, the name of Derek gets stuff done.
Yeah, good guy. Yes,
Saw
sir.
that coming.
We get stuff done. All right. That's the way. I mean, especially in the way we spell it the same way, Mr. Kane and I. So we spell it the right way. The name means leader of the peoples. All right. So we got a lot of things going for us.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Angot. It's pretty fantastic. It's so great to see Mr. Kane. After all the time we spent together, to be able to make it to the promised land here and get his license. So, what are your thoughts, Mr. Angot?
Just fantastic. Derek, this is Derek Kane. I mean, this is This is the reason I say this every week when we have people who are successful, who did the work, persevered, spent all the money you had to spend. And I tell clients all the time in Detroit, Metro Detroit, it's probably the best investment you can make. Get your license in your pocket. You did that. This is why this program exists. So thank you, my friend. Fantastic work.
Yes, I appreciate you guys allowing me to be able to get in that program and get things together. It's helping jumpstart a lot of things to start moving in the right way for me. So I definitely appreciate you guys for that.
Got it. You're glad? Yeah,
Absolutely.
We're glad to have been part of this journey with you. And so what that means is I get to reduce his fines and costs here. All right. So, Mr. Kane, you get the last word. Anything else before this court imposes a sentence?
No, sir. I'm pretty much, like I said, I'm just grateful to be able to complete that program and get those things out the way for me, so I can, start making some changes in my life as far as with. I've been trying to get some employment with driving, and this is the perfect thing that helped me out, for me to be able to get the employment with the driving job that I'm looking for.
Congratulations to you, sir. It's the order of this court on the charge of allowing a licensed person to drive. Maximum fine is $500. I'll set that at 0. The maximum court costs are $500. I'll set that at $25. The state of Michigan costs are $125. I can't do anything on that, but the grand total is $150, which I have to believe is one of your cheapest spots. Still a lot of money, so I will allow a payment plan if you need it.
Okay.
And Mr. Angot, you can get them the number for collections. Just give them a call. I wouldn't even call them tomorrow. I'll call them Monday. And then I find that there's 2 different ways that people do it, Mr. Kane. Just think about over the weekend how you want to do it. Some people are like, hey, can I put just 25 on it a month? That's fine. Or some people say, just give me 90 days and I'll take care of all of it. Whatever you want to do. I'm just so darn proud for you, Mr. Kane. And I just hope this means open doors and a better life.
Yes. Appreciate you guys, like I said, for helping me out. One more thing. I know it doesn't have anything to do with us. It's funny because that's my cousin, actually, William Graves.
What?
Really?
Yeah, that's my cousin. I just paid his 2 tickets that he owed for you guys for him. The $100 fine, and it was a $200 one. I just paid him for him because he's incarcerated. He's incarcerated right now.
So wait, hang on, Mr. Felly, Mr. Kane is related to.
They paid him.
Yeah, I paid him for him.
Yeah.
You want to hang out and say hi?
Yeah, because I haven't spoke to him. He got locked up last Wednesday, and I haven't been able to contact him, or he hasn't been able to contact me. So.
Well, this is going to be
back in.
This is a big end around jail visit for you.
I didn't hear the beginning part. Do you know Mr. Graves?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh, your cousin. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just paid his fines for him. The ones that just got paid, I just paid those for him because I know he had court today.
You really nice.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out. Is he in on ours or is he in on?
He's in on Royal Oak. There's some small bonds in Royal Oak that are holding him, but he has a pretty substantial bond on a felony charge. But he anticipates posting that.
Yeah.
He anticipates posting that. He has a good job. He wants to get out of jail, get back to work so he doesn't lose it.
Yeah, he just got a great job. Just start making almost $40 an hour, and I hated that he had to go through this, but hopefully it helps turn things around for him.
Mr. Grace, I didn't know that that you had a relative who had court with us today.
Oh yes, sir. Unfortunately, I am related to him.
Unfortunately, whoa.
Hey, can I get a refund? Can I get a refund for those fines I paid for?
All right, so Mr. Kane got his license. Is our plan? Does Mr. Graves want to stay in our program, or we just?
Well, here's the deal, Judge. He not only did his very nice cousin pay those fines and costs, Mr. Graves passed his written test before he went to jail. So he's just a road test away. And I said, well, we'd love to, you could stay in the program. You could earn reduction in fines and cost. But he's been in 9 days. He anticipates that he's going to be able to post bonds. And I think he wants to resolve it today with requesting credit. And I fully believe he's going to get out and get his license. I don't anticipate he's not going to continue on, especially with his cousin who will remind him.
Definitely will.
Okay.
Definitely will.
And Judge, I looked up, he's been in since 228, and there are some small bonds out of Royal Oak that have holds on him as well.
Bear with me 1 second.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, I need.
Yes.
Hey, I put money on the phone, man.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So you can call me. I put money on the phone today. It just let me do it today. I've been trying since last week, but it finally let me do it today.
Good luck, man. Yes, I
Yeah.
get everything situated. You know?
Yeah, just call me. So we could talk once you finish with that, once you go back or whatever, call me.
All right, bet. Hey, your haircut, dog.
Yeah, me too. He ain't answer. I called him today. He ain't answer for me.
Real.
Yeah, he ain't answer for me.
Yeah, you know, he done went Hollywood.
Yeah. I talked to Kia yesterday. She said she took Bailey out to eat yesterday. I think Bailey got some good grades or something. She passed the test or something, so they went out to eat yesterday. So I talked to Kia yesterday.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do my certification.
She said she was going to do it, but go ahead.
Sorry, gentlemen, I got to jump in.
Yeah.
Although I was very glad to be able to accommodate the both of you today on this. So Mr. Grays, here's what I'm going to do. You had an old 2014 case. There was a bond that had been posted on that one, but because you had not appeared, that bond, which was like $700 some from back in August of last year, was in grave danger of being forfeited. But we've caught it, not forfeited. So on that old case, I'm going to assess $678, which was the bond that was posted on that one, and close that file out. And there was some additional late fees on that one, but I'll waive that one. That's the 2014 case. So on the newest case, what I will do is simply order 9 days in jail with 9 days credit, and waive any and all other fines and costs, and close out that file.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Grays, just follow the lead of your cousin, Mr. Kane. Use this as an opportunity to get that license back, all right?
I definitely will, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kane.
All right. Thank you guys as well. You have a great day, okay?
Take care, Derek.
All right.
Mr. Thornton and Mr. Robinson is on deck. All right, so we got 2018-02-403, Michael Thornton.
Ready again, Your Honor. John, I got to bring on behalf of Michael Thornton. Hey, Michael.
Yeah, how you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you. So, Judge, he's a 303G, and he has no proofs of insurance in Detroit. Other than that, I believe that barring some miracle or anti-miracle that the law doesn't get repealed, he should be good to go soon.
Yeah, I mean, so he's got to take care of that no proof insurance from November that hit his record. He's gonna have to take care of that one. But once he does, again, as long as that change in the law, which we've worked so hard to do, as long as that crosses the finish line, which I expect that it will, then Mr. Thornton should be eligible in the next 30 to 60 days. But Mr. Thornton, nothing happens until you can take care of that no proof of insurance out of Detroit. Okay.
I'm in the process of taking care of my tickets now due to another situation, but I can't even get my driver's license because I'm also going through MRIs and EKGs because I recently started having seizures. I talked to somebody about it, but I take medicine. I ain't even supposed to be. I can't even drive no more. So I mean, I know I do know the program is to help to get licensed, but I'm in the process again, like Social Security and all that. I can't even drive no more.
Well, wow, that's a huge life change right there, Mr. Thornton, getting used to that type of situation.
Yeah, I got an MRI on the 25th of this March, the 25th of March this month. So
I do know, just to give you some hope, if there, that there are certain conditions that can be managed through medication, and people are then able to drive again. But realistically, without the answers right now, I mean, I certainly can move this case forward and go to sentencing and give them time to pay. If it's a situation where you don't think realistically in the next 6 months you'd be able to get your license.
I take my Here my medicine right here. I take medicine for my seizures. So
has it been helping, Mr. Thornton?
Yeah, usually since I've been taking it, I've been out of nowhere. I started having seizures for like the last almost year. And if I don't take my medicine, if I forget to take it, because I got a lot of memory loss also. If I forget to take it, I definitely have a seizure the next morning. So I mean, the medicine does help. I do need to get my medicine changed.
Wow.
But it helps for the most part of having a seizure. So I don't have seizures no more. But
as long as you take your medication.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Angot?
I totally understand, Mr. Thornton, where your head is with this right now. Yeah, the only question mark I think exists is if this is cured and things go well medically for you, is a license still something you want to achieve?
Yes.
Well, you know what you need, and you have our number. You know my number. Ms. Chappelle's probably contacted you in the past.
Well, then I think you're right, Mr. Angot. It doesn't hurt. Mr. Thornton can just zoom in and give us an update, but he's got these MRIs. We should at least, before we conclude that we can't help him get his license, let's let him get through these additional tests, see where he stands, see how the medication's working. If we come back here in 90 days and it's like it's not happening, don't worry, Mr. Thornton. I'm not going to put you in jail or anything, and I'm still going to reduce your fines and costs because you've been showing up here. But since I can't give him the full reduction unless he gets his license, I think it's at least worth seeing. It doesn't cost any time or any sort of extra money or things like that. It's just a little bit of time, and I'm willing to commit my time to you, Mr. Thornton, if you're willing to give up a little time to log in here again with me.
I appreciate you.
So let's just adjourn it 90 days. And in the meantime, Mr. Thornton, you focus on your health. Okay. Obviously, if you get some good answers, and I'm hoping that you do, and you get a little bit of money in your pocket, then chop away at that Detroit ticket for sure. Okay.
I'm in the process of trying to take care of those now.
But in the meantime, it's got to be your health. So you focus on taking care of you, and all the rest of this is going to work out. Okay.
Appreciate you.
All right. Hang in there, Mr. Thornton. I'll see you in 90 days, and hopefully with good news. Okay.
Okay. So what's the next court date?
So it'll be sometime in June. We'll send it in the mail.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Robinson, and then Mr. Let's see here. Robinson's up now. The beach is on deck. So Curtis Robinson, 22-01-664.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle for Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson, I sent you a text message and I tried to leave a voicemail. Did you get any messages from me, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. Do you still have the phone number ending in 0732?
Do you have your phone number, Mr. Robinson? You have a phone number?
Yes.
Okay, and so does your phone,
974.
hang on. Does your phone end in what, is it the wrong number, Ms. Chappelli?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Robinson, we have attorneys that are here to help you with this program, but they have to be able to communicate with you. Ms. Chappelli had a wrong phone number for you, okay? So my secretary is going to come out right now with a sticky note, okay, and a pen, and I want you to write your phone number, okay, on that sticky note so that Ms. Chappelli can call you, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Robinson, he took a bus to get here.
Oh.
So I definitely want to work with Mr. Robinson to see if we can help him. You still want to get your license back, sir?
Yes, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Can you just write down your phone for me, please? And I'll give it to Mr. Polly.
Okay. So he just has a ticket out of, looks like Bloomfield Hills, Detroit, Romulus, and Dearborn. Is
Yes,
that right?
that's
But
right.
only one ticket in each that needs to be cleared for suspension.
Right.
Okay, so Mr. Robinson's gonna need some time.
Yes.
All right, so Mr.
I'm
Robinson,
sorry.
here's your homework.
Judge,
Here's your homework.
I
Go ahead.
I have my form that I completed the radiation oncology test for a prostate, and they told me to not work for 4 to 5 months.
Good. Okay. So you need time to save up money then, because you won't be working.
Right. I was gonna say, could we make an arrangement for me to pay you?
So and that's the tough. So Mr. Robinson, like in a perfect world, it would be nice if you could walk into a court and then just pay one court and that court pays all the other courts. But every court seems to be doing its own thing. So Mr. Robinson, here's the best way that I can think of to make it easy for you. Okay, is you start a phone. I want you to get a good line of communication with Ms. Chappelli. Okay, Ms. Chappelli will know exactly where you need to go and be able to give you a phone number to call. Okay, and what you'll want to do is do it one step at a time. So you'll say for example, you got an outstanding ticket in Dearborn. Then you figure out how much you owe in Dearborn, and then you pay Dearborn. When Dearborn's done, then you move on to the next one, and then the next one after that. But you're not gonna. Go ahead.
Officer Harold, I think he gave me a sheet the last time I was here, and I think it's 4 different places where I owe.
Right.
Dearborn, Farmington Hills.
It's it's Dearborn, Romulus, Detroit, Bloomfield Hills.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, but you got to do me a favor here, Mr. Robinson. Miss Chappelli's going to call you. You got to take that call, pick up that phone, and talk to her. Okay.
Okay.
I'll call you later this afternoon, and then if it's okay with you, I'm going to text that new number, all the courts, their phone numbers, the tickets, and the amounts. Just so when we talk, you can look at what I'm talking about. Okay?
I don't attorney, I'm not familiar with texting.
Oh, okay. We'll just talk then. We'll just talk. No problem.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So Mr. Robinson, when you do talk with her though, make sure you have like a piece of paper and a pen, because she's going to give you information. If you're not using text, you got to write it down. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So she'll call you and she'll talk about each of these courts, and we'll do it nice and slow, because we got to get this right, because otherwise you're just going to keep getting in trouble anytime you drive. We don't want that, Mr. Robinson. Okay.
Well, I've been faithful to my court appointments.
Good. And you have been. You're here today, and I'm glad for it. So I'll adjourn this 90 days, and let's see what we can do together. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
All right. He's all set for today.
I have to see you again within 90 days.
You're going to get a court date to see me. You don't have to drive here though. You can just, you can use your Zoom.
I caught the bus.
Yeah, you don't have to, and you won't have to catch the bus. You'll be able, Ms. Chappelli will actually help you learn how to just call in. So you don't have to appear by bus. Okay, use the bus to appear in person. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
Mr. Robinson, real simple. You'll get a court date for 90 days and then you'll call in and we'll talk.
Okay.
Is there a good
Right.
time to call you, sir, if you're gonna get on the bus now and go home?
You can call me anytime. I have a cell phone.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
The
Good luck,
number
sir.
of 974-4053.
No, whoa. You wrote it down, right?
I got it.
Yes.
I got it. Yep.
She'll call you.
Okay.
All right, good luck, Mr. Robinson.
Bye, Mr.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, I've got Mr. Beach, and then I have two iPhones that'll have to identify themselves. I don't know who that is, but we can take care of that. Mr. Beach is 2202107.
Ready, Your Honor. John Angus, appearing on behalf of Mr. Beach. How you doing, Mr. Beach?
Hi, I'm doing good today.
Fantastic. 1 second here, Judge. Okay. So there's some work to do, Judge. It's an old revocation, and then there's I tried to. You might be able to help me because I wasn't quite sure on the writing, but there may be a failure to comply with judgment out of the 16th District Court, and then some no proofs of insurance that need to be dealt with.
Yep. So here's the way it works. He can't apply until after June anyway, because he got the 1-year extension out of Farmington. There's a June of 23, there was a Farmington ticket that extended his revocation.
Right.
But we can't even get into that until he's paid off his civil. There's no proof insurance in Dearborn. He's got 2 of those, and no insurance out of Detroit and Livonia. It looks like he owes some money from his old OWI, but that's like 20 years old, but he must still owe some money there. So Mr. Beach, have you looked into Detroit or Dearborn or Livonia to try to figure out how much money you owe?
Yeah, Judge. All the stuff you're speaking of, all of that stuff was taken care of and paid off, I want to say years ago, because last I spoke with you, I want to say a few months back, none of that had popped up, and I had been to the Secretary of State since then, and none of that stuff pops up. That was taken care of, I want to say about 3 years ago. So I'm not sure why it's showing up other than the Farmington. The Farmington one is, I do think that is credible. The Dearborn, that's old. And like you said, that Livonia, that's from like over 20 years ago. I've taken care of that a long time ago.
So
as far as
it might be a situation. So it might be
as well.
So just to give you an idea of like I'll walk through these things, and when you look on the driving record, if there is a outstanding suspension, then what it lists is it says sanctioned suspension, and it'll say an effective date. And in this case, like Livonia's, it says effective January 8th of 2003. Now, it won't be considered to be cleared unless under effective, if it then says reinstatement date. So I should be able to see like an effective date and a reinstatement date. Okay. And it still shows as Livonia, Detroit. So just let's look up Detroit real quick, just while we're here, and it can give you an idea of what it looks like. Because there's this no insurance misdemeanor from back in 2008. While I'm looking up the 36th district, John, do you know if they have any a case look up in Livonia or Dearborn?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
See, the Detroit one we won't be able to look up. I'll tell you exactly why, because that ticket is over 7 years old. That's going to be one that he has to call down to Detroit, I'm pretty sure. And what's interesting is that it's a no insurance. Maybe that was even set aside because of the age of the case. Yeah, the Detroit one I can't pull up. And I wonder if the Dearborn's you'll be able to pull up either. So you may have paid something on it or served some time or but for some reason they still have a Secretary of State clearance on them.
Okay, so you suggest going down to the courthouse and what, taking like a printout from the Secretary of State and just double checking?
Actually, that's Mr. Beach. That's a brilliant and comprehensive approach that you're suggesting. So, yeah, I do think it's a good idea to get a printout from the Secretary of State, and then you could see what I'm seeing because. So he should be eligible to start the process to get his license back in June, okay? Because that Farmington ticket extended until June, all right? And I also see like, it looks like, so there's a Warren ticket from January of last year that it looks like defaulted in November. And so Warren must want some payments from you as well. Does that sound familiar? At least that one's more recent.
Yeah, the Warren sounds familiar. I think that's just a payment. I think it's a few $100s I just got to take care of.
Judge, the same thing in 16th Livonia. That I think the case is too old. It doesn't come up.
Okay, so let's give him some action items here. So here's how I can help Mr. Beach a little bit. All right, do you have a pen, Mr. Beach?
Give me 1 second.
Actually, Mr. Ingot, do you have Mr. Beach's number?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Ingot, I'm gonna get you the ticket numbers, and then you could talk with him about either getting his driving record or calling them and giving them the ticket numbers.
Okay, I'm ready, Your Honor.
Well, I'm gonna make it easier for you. This is Mr. Ingot's gonna get with you. And he can help you walk through these ticket numbers. I was gonna give you it'll be easier if Mr. Ingot does it with you. So let's see here. It'll just take me a second. Okay, those are the 5. So Mr. Ingot will forward this information out to you, sir, and then that'll make it easier so that when you call the courts, you'll know what ticket number it is, so that you can find out how much you owe or what needs to be done to clear those up. But once those are cleared up, then starting in June, you can start the process. Because, sir, you've been revoked for a long time, and you haven't had a drunk driving in a long time, right?
Correct.
And so it does seem to me as if you've done your time and then some. And so let's just make sure that when you actually sit down with a real chance to get your license, you don't have any of these other things holding you back. Okay?
Correct. Yeah, that was my that's what I was gonna do, because like how you said, I know I'm up in front of the board in June, and so that was, my goal was to get everything straightened out by June. So when I go in front of the board, everything will be straightened out and I'll be on the right track.
You want to put yourself in the best position so that nobody can say that you're not ready. And one of the quick ways they could say you're not ready is if you have an open ticket. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So, Mr. Angot, you got a good line of communication with him?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll see you back here in June. And remember, one at a time. All right. Don't get overwhelmed. Just chop them away one at a time. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Judge. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Mr. Beach. You got this.
Yep.
Okay. With the blue lights above, state your name, please. Blue LED lights around. I'm looking at ceiling fan. State your name.
Kamika Jackson. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I thought I was out still. How you doing? Kamika Jackson.
Good, Miss Jackson. I just had, your phone was just identified as iPhone. I didn't know
Oh,
who
okay.
it was, and so now I know, and I'm glad to have you here. So
Thank you.
who
Your
has
Honor.
Miss Jackson's file?
I do, Your Honor. Elizabeth Chappelli. I spoke with Miss Jackson and I kind of said, hey, can we get this done this week? And she said, sure. So she took the written test and passed.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
This is great. So
30 days, wait.
So she's on a permit for 30 days then, right?
Yep, I go actually today at 4:00 to go back to get it. I couldn't get it yesterday because I didn't know I needed my birth certificate. So I go today at 4 to get it. And
Then
I'll
you
have
take
it for
that
30 days.
picture.
Yep, I scheduled my road test. Yep.
Get that
So
picture
Miss
taken.
Jackson, so you pass the test, then you need your birth certificate to run back up there so you can take your picture. And then what that means is that after 30 days on the permit, then you could take a road test. And then once you pass the road test, you'll be eligible right away for your license, and then they'll send you one in the mail, the actual copy with your photo.
Correct.
Okay, so Miss Jackson's gonna go into, is it today?
Today at 4.
Okay, so hair's on point, smile is ready for the picture.
That's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about.
I'm ready.
You look great. You look great.
I'm really excited for you, Miss Jackson. Like it's now it's a priority for you. You're gonna get this done, right?
Yes, I'm excited too. Yes.
Awesome.
That's why we're here, to be that gentle, annoying tap on the shoulder, like, you want to get this done? We gotta get this done. Let's get this done.
Yeah, I'm doing
All
it.
right. So I'll bump this out 45 days, Miss Jackson. When I see you again, I know you have a license. Take care of yourself, okay?
For real. Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You
All right,
too.
be
Thank you,
well.
Honor.
Thank you. Okay,
All right,
bye-bye.
I've got somebody who's, it looks like in a car. Who is, state your name, please. Hello, state your name.
Jalen Johnson.
Oh, Mr. Johnson. Okay, good.
Hi, Mr. Johnson.
How you doing? You all right?
2016-03-743.
So, Judge, this is another one, road test scheduled for Saturday. I said, hey, is there any way you can move that road test up? And guess what he did? He moved it up and he passed. So we just need you to rerun the driving record.
Wait.
Wow.
Wait.
I know.
So now you got to understand, Mr. Johnson and I have been at this for a minute. And so
should have braced you.
If he finished this and got his license, I'm going to be ecstatic. So, Monica, can you run Mr. Jalen Johnson's record to see if we've got an updated and valid driver's license? Because I will be very pleased if that's the case. And I'll be a lot more comfortable because he's actually sitting in the driver's seat. So let's make sure that Mr. Johnson got it done. So, how hard was the test? The driver's test, was it okay?
The driver's test was okay. I'm just at work. I'm in my friend's car. We ride to work together.
But was the like parallel parking, all that stuff okay?
Everything was okay.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's you know, for some people it can be tough. So I'm always glad, you know.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't take very long. So just bear with me 1 second while we get an updated driving record. So that the reason that I do this always is, one, obviously we need confirmation in the file, but I would want you to know that if for some reason you got pulled over in the next, 24 hours, that a police officer ran your record, that it would show as valid. And yeah. Oh, just got it. Valid license. It's good. We're good. I'm looking at his driving record right now. Jalen Alexander Johnson is a fully licensed operator of a motor vehicle in the state of Michigan. So I am pleased. Mr. Johnson, congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Done. Good work.
Thank you.
All right. So Ms. Chappelli, anything you want to say on his behalf before the court imposes sentence?
Well, Judge, you've known him for a long time, and I just came in at the tail end, but gotta say, if somebody asked me if I had a scheduled road test for Saturday and someone asked me on a Tuesday, hey, can you move it up? I would have said no. But Mr. Johnson, he did it. He's on it. And congratulations, sir. Now you've earned a reduction, and I'm really happy for you for your fines.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, anything you'd like to say before this court imposes sentence?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Honestly, the best that I ever had in my life. You worked with me, stayed on me, and it all paid off.
No, it's the feelings mutual. I just it was one of those things, sir, where we we had a big job to do, and I know that there are some places and some courts that would have looked at this and said, look to be another hand in your pocket, or not seen that you could actually do it. And I thought you could. And I thought if I gave you time and support and some direction, I don't know, I thought maybe we could do something pretty amazing. And, it was a long road and it was a tough road. But it says a lot about you, Mr. Johnson, that you walked that path all the way to the end. And I hope desperately that for you, that this license, that it opens up door after door after door and gives you the life that you deserve. So congratulations, Mr. Johnson. I will be reducing his fines and costs. It's the order of this court. What's interesting is because of the age of the case, and there are some times where we lost track of each other, but he had racked up like $429 in late fees before I even get started on fines and costs. But I'm going to do Mr. Johnson a solid on this one, since he has his license. Those $429 I will waive.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I will waive all those late fees. So we start off from scratch. So we're going to start out as if we were sentencing him back when he first picked it up. Okay. It's the order of this court that the $500 fine I will set at $0. The $500 in court costs, I will reduce that to $25 in court costs. And the state of Michigan costs, I can't really do anything on that. That's $125. So the grand total is $150. His late fees were triple that, and I waived all those late fees. So, Mr. Johnson, the $150, I don't expect you to have that by tomorrow. Don't worry. I'm going to authorize a payment plan. Ms. Chappelli will get you the phone number for that, and then you can just chop away at that over time. And then you're done. You won't owe anything else to this court. Anything else has been waived. And I wish you the best of luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congratulations. All right, safe driving.
Sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're all set with Mr. Johnson. That's great. That's great news.
Oh.
All right, so
Hello.
everybody just hang tight for 1 second. Okay,
Hello?
so I'm calling Mr. Barnes and then Mr.
Yeah.
Edward. We're just gonna keep going that way. So Mr. Barnes is up, then Mr. Edwards on deck. Case number 21014444, Trayvon Barnes.
How you doing, Judge?
Mr. Chappelle. Hi, Mr. Barnes. So Mr. Barnes, unfortunately has to go back to Georgia.
What?
Remember, he flew there
Yeah.
and lifted the warrant and got a court date, and then somehow, some way, the court date was missed, and so now there's a warrant. But he's going to go in March, mid-March. He's going to go there, and then he will
Yeah,
go back to business.
Yeah, I have to
Well, I'm
go
sorry to
lift
hear
that
about
failure
that,
to
Mr.
appear.
Barnes.
I know, it's just like I cannot win with them. I can't win with them.
And right now he's in Tennessee because he's
Yep.
caring
So
for his
now I'm
grandmother,
closer.
but he's working there too. He's got a job there too.
Okay, so fortunately, Georgia and Tennessee aren't too far away, so that's a
Yeah,
little bit
this is a lot closer. This is a lot better than being back home in Michigan.
But he's
Okay.
coming back to Michigan because he's got an apartment that's going to be ready. When's
Yeah,
that?
it's
July?
No, this in May.
Oh, in May.
Oh, May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll need
Okay.
a new address when you get that.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so he just needs more time.
Yes.
So stay steadfast. I mean, we've come too far. Right?
Yeah, no, for
Taken care of
real.
too many
Yeah.
things. All right. Obviously, I'm disappointed for you that the Georgia thing is taking a little bit longer. But
Mhm.
I mean, one thing I've learned about you, Mr. Barnes, is that I mean, you're in it for the long haul. You're not a quitter.
Mhm.
You're not gonna give up on this, and you know
Mhm.
how much your life changes, especially in Michigan, when you have a
Yeah, I see
license.
how hard it is to get it back, so I won't be letting it go this time.
There you go. There you go. All right, I'll bump this out 90 days. Make sure we get a new address, though. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Adam.
Good luck.
Hi, Ms.
All right,
Barnes.
thank you. All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna call Edward. Now Sims is on deck. All right, 2017-00487, DeAndre Edward.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
Elizabeth Kelly. Mr. Edward, did you happen to receive a text and a voicemail from me, sir?
I just checked my email. I mean, my text messages when I got home from work. I saw all of the text messages. I didn't receive a voicemail to my knowledge.
Okay. Well, in any event, if you can just review that, I believe, Judge, the only thing standing between him and, working towards his license is an unsatisfied judgment from 2018, which would have been a lawsuit, sir, that
Yep.
we now have a judgment against you.
We talked about that, Mr. Edward and I, and because he didn't remember being in an accident last time, and so I had Tammy look into it, and we do have the case number and
great.
And all that stuff. So from what I understand from the 36th district, we've got a couple phone numbers for him to call to set up a payment agreement. But it looks like it's a let's see here. Let's see here, Mr. Edward. You were not able to get a hold of him, Ms. Chappelli? Or you were?
No, I was not.
Okay. So, Mr. Edward, we need to make sure we have a good phone number for you so that we can stay in touch and get you all this information.
I think he read those this morning, though, is what he said.
Oh, he did read them this morning?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So we do have a good phone number for you. So, Mr. Edward, in about, a little later this afternoon, Ms. Chappelli is going to forward you all this information because I'm going to get her the case number, the amount of money, the phone numbers to call, because I think once you set up a payment arrangement on this one, I don't think you have to pay off the because it's like a $4,000 judgment. I don't think you have to pay off the full $4,000, but once you get on a payment plan, then they lift the suspension.
See, the thing is, Judge, I was just wondering that could not have possibly been me because when I looked into it, like I've gotten a case number and everything. I looked into it. The case, the incident happened in 2015. I've never I didn't even own a vehicle at that time. If I did, I would have tickets showing at that time that I got a ticket for crashing into someone's car. That was not me. And they don't have none of my detailed information. All they have is a name, and they have the wrong name. It's not even my real name. My name is DeAndre Edwards, and they put Edwards. I would make sure that it would be known that I have no S at the end of my name. because if I've talked to the 36th district and I was calling them about it, and they were saying that nothing was popping up. And then Miss I don't want to get her name wrong, but the lawyer here, she sent me the information a while ago about the ID number, and I had to go and look into it myself to find it, and I found that it had the wrong name, and it had none of my detailed information. So it's like, was somebody giving my name? Because why didn't I receive a ticket? Because I didn't have a license at that time either.
Judge, looking back, I have sent him all that information
Oh, you did already?
from Progressive, right, Mr. Edward?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So here's the challenge for us is like what we can do for people in our program is we can, get them direction, we can get them to the right location. Obviously we have in this one. Have you tried to contact Progressive or that attorney directly?
No, I had some earlier court dates, and I was talking to 36 District. She said I would be able to address it in that courtroom, and I was trying to address it and everything, and then they were trying to they were kind of like turning me away from that subject and was focusing in on the traffic tickets. So I was like, okay, this hearing must not be about that. So I was just waiting for the Dearborn for this to reoccur to see what my next action will be. I was wondering, do I call 36 District and set up a court date for that case file? Because I don't want to set it up and then it sticks to my name permanent. I don't know.
Well, okay, so you will never be able to get a license until that's lifted. Let's start with that. You'll never be able to get a license in Michigan or anywhere else because you're considered to be suspended. So like that is the big giant wall that's standing in the way. So
Okay.
there's it's not like a situation where if you set up a court date, you're not going to get in more trouble with your license because you're in the most trouble now because you can't get it. It's considered to be suspended. So I absolutely think you should contact them and try to get a court date. Try to reach out to Progressive, try to reach out to that law firm, certainly talk to them about your situation. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you because the judgment has been in place since sounds like 2018. The court, the insurance company, they're going to be very difficult when it comes to trying to get the case set aside or unless you've got some really good evidence that it's not you. Even if you had that, it is a challenge. I just want to make sure you're prepared. Okay. I don't want to send you like sunshine lollipop and say this is going to be easy. It's not. But I do think it's a good idea to set it for a court date and get to the bottom of this because Mr. Edward, in the end, this is it. This is all that's holding you up from getting a license, but it's not like the passage of time is going to make it better.
Absolutely. That's why I've been so hard on trying to get everything done. But I hear you. So you say best case scenario would be to try to set up a court date, talk to the judge, possibly talk to Progressive, and if worst case scenario, just start the payment plan, I guess.
Correct. Worst case scenario, start chipping away on it. Especially if Mr. Edward, it wasn't you, I hate to advise you to take on the results of an unjust judgment, but I also know that you're trying to get your license back. So
absolutely,
if you want to know like what it'll take to get your license back, this has to be cleared, and it's either figure out a way to get it set aside, which after 6 years is very difficult, but it's worth the try. Worth having a conversation, or at the very least start making payments so that they'd be willing to lift lift at least the suspension.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he did what he was supposed to do as far as making call in Detroit. But I think it would also help to maybe call Progressive and the law firm that handled this.
Okay. That makes sense.
But Mr. Edward, I mean, again, you're on top of it. You're doing what you can do. But I guess the best advice I can give you is be relentless. Call who you need to call them again, leave messages, hit 0, talk to the secretary, like do whatever you can do to get a hold of somebody who can either give you a break on this. Sometimes they'll even be willing to negotiate, and if you could pay a certain sum, they'll waive the rest of it. But try to maximize your options, okay?
Absolutely. Okay. Okay.
And then on my end, I'm gonna give you time to continue to work to figure that out. So I'm not assessing any fines and costs right now. I'm still gonna delay everything and I'll see you back here in 90 days, okay?
Okay.
And please keep Ms. Chappelli updated if you hear anything new, okay?
Absolutely.
All right,
Thank
good
you.
luck, sir. You got this.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, bye. All right, Sims, then Michael Johnson. All right, so case number 23-01648.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli, on behalf of Mr. Sims. I was not able to connect with Mr. Sims, unfortunately, but there's kind of a long list, Judge, to go through, and I'm not really sure where to start on this one.
Okay, so Mr. Sims, are you there? I'm looking at the corner of a house, so I need to...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here. I have to hold the phone a certain way so I can hear you guys, though. I can't really hear when I'm just looking at the screen.
Okay, that makes sense. All right,
Yep.
so here's what it looks like to me, okay? So, one, do we not have a good phone number for Mr. Sims then?
Mr. Sims, does your number end 6502, sir?
Yes, that's the right phone number. I did get the text message that you sent me.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to, and this goes for everybody, you need to respond. This isn't like, just for future reference, this isn't, this is somebody trying to help, trying to get you information. This is basically an attorney through this program that you don't have to pay for, that's trying to educate and make sure that you got all the information you need to try to get your license. So text that number back, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a actual cell phone or, you know.
These
like
times of days, you get worried about people texting you, but
that's
I'll give you as many
that's fair.
personal. Yeah, it's a good point.
That's fair. That's fair. But if you ever hear, like, I don't know of any scam that is, that's going to say they're from Operation Drive. So Ms. Chappelli, Mr. Angot will let you know that they're from Operation Drive. It's from us. Okay.
Okay.
So it looks like to me, let me walk through here. Is he on probation in Rochester?
It's an FCJ, so I'm not sure. Mr. Sims, are you on probation in Rochester?
No, I'm not on any probation.
Is there a bench warrant?
Did you have to serve time? Did they just put you in jail?
Yeah, I did have to serve time. I got out of jail in November.
You got out
Late
of jail
November.
Late November?
Yeah.
It may be an FCJ suspension for fines and costs.
So basically, it looks to me as if he's got when he just
That February 23 may have triggered a restart.
It did. So you got out late November, is that right, sir?
Yes, sir.
And then he got out of jail and then was caught driving again in Bloomfield.
Yeah.
So like literally just tried out of getting out of jail. Okay. I don't know that Mr. Sims is a great fit for our program because he's going to be revoked again for a whole nother year, and he's got a number of outstanding.
And it looks like there was a plea in October to the DWLS, so that may have preceded his sentence.
In Bloomfield?
In Rochester.
No, the Bloomfield one, that starts his revocation March 2nd. So basically his new 1-year revocation started 5 days ago.
Okay.
And so he won't be eligible to even apply until March of next year. Yeah. So and realistically, Mr. Sims got out of jail and right away picked up a new charge. So I don't know how serious Mr. Sims is actually about getting his license back. That's my only concern. I'm not looking to put you back in jail, Mr. Sims. That's not it at all. but I don't know that it's a good fit here. What
I am very serious about trying to get my license back. I don't really have the best support system at all. I don't really have any help doing a lot of anything. It was a point of time where I was like literally living in my car. Like so like it was like my home and transportation and everything. So like it's not that I just like want to be driving, but it's like I almost don't have a choice. Like I have two kids, so I have to make sure I get certain things done. I have to make sure I can feed my kids and stuff. But at the same time, it's like I don't ever have anybody I can ask to help with these things.
So do you have a place to stay now?
Yeah, I'm staying somewhere now, but
Okay.
it's like it's still tough for me to get around at times.
Well, yeah, that's the reality. There's public transportation is limited. Are you working?
I am working, yeah, at Challenge Manufacturing. It's a
Okay.
plant that
And so is the Sheffield address a good address now for you?
yes, it is.
Okay, so you're staying on Sheffield. How far away is your work?
Uh, it's about a 20-minute drive.
Okay. And so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ask you questions about whether you're driving or not back to work, but I guess
I'm
I'll leave
not.
it at this. Do you have rides to work?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, that's the challenge we're running into is, if you're caught behind the wheel, Mr. Sims, and every time you drive, you run that risk. It just extends your revocation, extends, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like I can't, I can't stop that from happening because, realistically, Mr. Sims, this wasn't a question of unpaid tickets. You had a couple drunk drivings in a short time frame, and you lost the right to be able to drive. So my heart goes out to you when you talk to me about things like having to live out of your car and not having the right support, because obviously if you had the right support, then you wouldn't have to roll the dice and drive all the time. You'd be able to count on people. And that's a sad situation for sure. I don't know, Ms. Chappelli, I can always try, but if he's going to keep driving, I can't help him.
Right. And I think there's a fairly substantial FCJ out of 52.3 that will not, that needs to be paid before to lift that suspension.
So they gave him jail time and the money?
It appears so.
Yes.
It appears there's potentially around $8,000.
$8,000?
Yeah, and there's also a drove a license suspended, Judge, in addition to the 2 drunk drivings and a no proof. So those are all.
How much time did you have to do, Mr. Sims?
93 days.
Okay. All right. I think I don't have a choice but to really go forward with sentencing today. But I'll try to help Mr. Sims as far as giving him plenty of time and not issuing any warrants for him while he gets his house in order. I would say try to chop away 52.3, because whatever I give you, Mr. Sims, I'm going to give you plenty of time to pay, and then you could deal with them first. My intent actually is to delay all of his payments with us for 6 months.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Sims, is there anything you'd like to say before this court imposes sentence?
No, Your Honor. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you being lenient and understanding my situation.
Okay, so he had the allowing unlicensed person to drive and the impeding traffic. So, obviously, sir, with okay, it's the order of this court. The max fine being $500, I'll set it at $300. The max court cost being $500, I'll set that at $250 plus the $125 in state costs and $175 and the impeding. It's $850, which is way less than Rochester, but still tons of money. I get that. But the problem is, Mr. Sims, I feel sorry for you in one hand, but the other hand too, like in this case, I mean, there was a significant speeding that happened with your kids in the car. So it's, there's a side of me that feels for you, but there's a side of me that also says a lot of your challenges were some pretty poor decision making. But the one thing I can offer, sir, is that I am hearing a more mature voice, a voice that's saying enough, like this has to end. This type of behavior, this foolish behavior has to come to an end because it's not worth the danger it's putting yourself in. It's not worth the money that you're spending. It's not worth the 93 days that you're away from your kids. It's not worth any of it. And so you got to stay.
Exactly right.
You got to stay locked in, and it's going to be hard to dig your way out of this. But all I would offer you is, I mean, all you got to do is look at your kids and say, are they not worth me digging out of this? They are. And then you look in the mirror and you say, yeah, I made some poor decisions and I put myself in a tough spot, but I'm still worth the fight. So, Mr. Sims, yeah, you owe this court money, and I'll delay all payments 6 months. And just do me a favor, when the 6 months hit, you'll get notification for us to meet with our collections department. Don't run, don't take off, just contact us and we'll set up a month-to-month payment plan. And as long as you're trying, then we won't issue a warrant. We won't put you in jail for any of that. This court doesn't operate that way. So I think I'm showing you enough by the fact that I'm not even requiring you to make any payments until Labor Day, for God's sake.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right.
Showing me up.
So for now, it's make sure that you chip away at Rochester, okay? Just keep plowing away, chopping wood, all right?
Yeah, that's literally my main priority.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one.
All right, I've got Michael Johnson, and then Jeffrey Atkins will be after that. Case number 2015-86173.
Ready, Judge. John Angelotti on behalf of Michael Johnson.
Mr. Johnson.
So, Judge, is he here?
He's there. Mr. Johnson, can you hear me? Oh, his microphone's not working. Thumbs up if you can hear me, Mr. Johnson. You can hear me okay? All right. For some reason, his microphone's not working. But did you talk to him, Mr. Angot? We still have that medical thing going on, right?
Yes, Judge. We communicated via text, and I think everything is status quo at this point.
Still, so there hasn't been any updates or movements on that at all, Mr. Johnson? Shoot, yeah, for some reason this microphone's not working. Like you're not muted. You're not muted. You might want to, so if you see where the little microphone is, it might ask you to select a microphone. So if where the mute button is, there should be a little arrow. You click on that, there's another menu that populates. And it usually says like select a microphone, and it could be same as system. Does he want to keep working on this though, Mr. Angot?
Judge, I don't know. I imagine, but I don't know that answer.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
you want to keep going on this? Okay. All right.
Yes.
I'm with Mr. Johnson, and if it's going to take a little bit of time, hey, we're in it now, Mr. Johnson. We've been at this. We know one another well, and I think it's worth the wait. It's worth the fight. So hopefully we can get the microphone working next time. But for now, I'll just adjourn it 60 days, and you can give me another update. Is that okay, Mr. Johnson? Mr. Johnson? Hold on. You are muted now, though. Man, it's just not. Yeah, there's something with his microphone today. That's not on you, Mr. Johnson. Don't worry. We're still communicating with thumbs and nods, and I'm okay. So, but you're good with another 60 days?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll send notice. It is good to see you, Mr. Johnson. Do not give up. Understood? Do not give up. All right. Take care. All right, Mr. Atkins, then I'm gonna, then the next case will be Dotson. All right, case number 23-00987, Jeffrey Atkins.
Ready, Judge? John, I got to bring on behalf of Jeffrey Atkins. So, Judge, we spoke. He has the kind of a unique situation where he was good to go to have his hearing after 3 within 10. He's well within the time to do it, or outside of the time that he couldn't do it. And then he had he has a mark on his driving record, and nobody yet knows the answer. There was an accident, but no ticket issue.
I mean, it's going to come down to the hearing officer, I would imagine.
Right, and I believe Jeffrey knows that. Is he here? I don't see him.
I'm right here, sir.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, I can't answer that one. If the question is he have an automatic number 5 years of I mean, it's not going to be automatic, but I'm sure it's a factor. Judge K's here. Judge K, he doesn't have anything, but it does note that there was a crash that occurred in 2023. Was not ticketed for it, but it's on his record.
Yeah, you're both exactly right. It's gonna certainly be a factor in the hearing. It's not something you want to shy away from. You want to own it when it comes up, but it also does not trigger any automatic new waiting period. So, best of a worst situation, you know. And like I said, a lot of those hearings come down to your honesty. And it's actually, in my opinion, a good opportunity to be truthful about something that a lot of people would try to shy away from. So,
yeah, 100%. I agree.
So he just needs a little bit more time to get that hearing set up, I would imagine, but it's at least worth getting it in front of him. I mean, he's been without his license since 2008. So, like it's been 5 and then plus years. So, so Mr. Atkins, at least worth the effort. Do you have a plan to do to get set for a hearing and do the application, all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I think it's still worthwhile to adjourn it, but now I'm hoping that incident has inspired you to, like, time is of the essence. Let's get it done now before something else comes along, right?
Your Honor, 100%.
Okay, I'm good. I'll bump it 90 days, Mr. Angot, and I think Mr. Atkins. He's presented himself as a very humble guy throughout this process, so I would hope that same approach will do him well at his restoration hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Atkins.
Good luck, man.
Thank you, John.
Okay, we'll talk to you, Jeff.
Yep.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay. So I'm gonna call Mr. Dotson's, but next I've got an individual on a Moto G Power, blue sweatshirt, red hood, red, looks like he's outside. Yes, state your name, sir.
Julius Pennell.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pennell, you are next after Mr. Dotson. So Dotson 22-01943.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Mr. Dotson. Mr. Dotson only has 1 ticket out of Farmington Hills that needs to be paid. And then his license is still valid. It doesn't even expire. I think he needs until next Friday to pay that Farmington Hill.
Okay. Mr. Dotson, all right, we're in the game here. Okay, so do you think you can get that done?
Yes.
Because once he takes care of that, I don't even think he has to go back to Secretary of State.
That was my question.
That's my opinion. I don't think he has to go back to Secretary of State. Let's bump this 2 weeks. You think you can get it done in 2 weeks, Mr. Dotson?
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry, my voice raises a little bit when I'm excited that there might actually be a license that we get done here. So, all right. So I'll adjourn this 2 weeks. It'll be the same time, same login, all that kind of stuff. And if you pay that Farmington Hills ticket, I think we're golden. Get it done.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Take care,
Great,
Mr. Dotson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I've got Mr. Pennell. Next will be Swanson. All right. Case number 20-01300, People versus Julius Pennell.
Ready. Thank you, Your Honor. John Angot appearing on behalf of Julius Pennell. Hey, Julius. How you doing, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
How you
good.
doing?
So, Judge, he's got one no proof of insurance in 36th District Court to take care of, and then he can take the written and road tests again.
We're right. I mean, come on, Mr. Pennell. I mean, we're right there, right?
Yeah, I go through a lot of financial hardships sometimes. You know, I have children. You know, I got a 9-year-old asking me for crab boils. So I just
Mr. Pennell, with all of that stuff you just described, to be at a point where you're this close, my hat's off to you. We're almost there. I don't mind having, like, let's have a reasonable time frame so that you do have the money to take care of it. How much does he have to pay, Mr. Angot? Do you know?
Judge, and I apologize. I looked it up. And Julius, did you get my text? I sent you the case numbers, and there's 2 of them. They're 288 each. You got it. Okay, good. So you know exactly which ones you have to pay. There may be other tickets that are open for the Secretary of State. They don't care about those. They only care about the 2 that I sent you. So once those are paid, then you're eligible to take the written and road tests again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So realistically, especially with you said you got a kid who wants a crab boil?
Yeah, yeah.
What is that?
So that's that delays things a little bit, but so the 288 times 2, so just shy of $600. How long? I mean, realistically, don't worry. I'm not gonna get mad about the answer, but realistically, what are we talking? 3 months, 4 months? What do you think?
I'll say about 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll do then, Mr. Angot, is I'll adjourn it 3 months. So that'll give him time to pay the tickets and then time to get set up for his written and road test. Okay.
Judge Julius always stays in contact. You know, he has my number. I'm sure he probably has Lissa's number as well. So whatever you need, Julius, let us know. If you need more time, that's fine too. If you can get it done beforehand, you know, we're on it. We'll bring you in sooner. And I sent you a link to the practice test that you can do just when you're ready to do them. But I don't, what is the crab? What does your daughter want?
A crab boil? You don't know what crab boil is?
Crab and seafood and stuff like that. You know, that's
Oh.
expensive.
Oh, it's exactly what it sounds like. Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a expensive dish.
I want that too.
Yeah.
So do you make it or do you buy it?
No, I have to buy it. I don't know how to make it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pennell. Good luck to you, sir. And I'll see you in 3 months, and I'm hoping you got your license then. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Take care, Julius.
Okay.
Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I should have Miss Swanson, and then after Miss Swanson, we've got Samari Grant on deck. Okay, so that's case number 22-01599, Tara Swanson.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle for Tara Swanson. We spoke on the phone regarding the one matter in Bloomfield Hills. She knows the ticket number as well as the amount. She's requesting 3-week adjournment to pay. She works at the Healing Haven with autistic children. She's got a 7-year-old son. She's been Ubering back and forth and back and forth. So she's still valid, though. I don't think she's going to require the $125 reinstatement fee. So we're asking for 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Or 4, whatever you think, Miss Swanson.
Either one works for me.
Well, once she takes care of that, she should be good then, right?
Yeah, nothing else suspending her.
Okay, Miss Swanson. All right.
Now, did you say you were going to pay it Friday after your paycheck today?
Yes.
Okay, because if that's true, maybe we could just do, 1 week or 2 weeks, Judge, because she's not expired.
Well, just to play it safe, I'm going to say 3 weeks. And if she gets
Okay.
done sooner and she wants to get in sooner, she can always call you and we can move it up. We're here
Okay.
we're here every Thursday.
Sounds good.
But Miss Swanson, super close. All right, let's get it done.
Yes, sir.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've got Grant. All right, Grant and so after Grant, Ruby Williams is on deck. So Samari Grant, are you there? 2202041, Samari Grant.
Yes, speaking.
Hey, Judge, excuse me, John Angot appearing on behalf of Samari Grant.
All right, so we still have some outstanding no proofs of insurance, is that right?
3 of them, Judge, in 3 different courts, Detroit, Warren, and Roseville. Samari, it looks like he had a permit at one point. It expired, unfortunately, so now we're kind of starting over, but I think it's a good, at least background that we won't have to worry, should the law not change, that he's
Yeah, we're gonna be good on that, but we just, we've been at this for a little bit. We still have these
Yeah.
Detroit, Warren, and Roseville tickets. We just
I know.
we got to get down. We got to at least pick one and take care of it, and then we'll move on from there.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm looking for a job. I just recently had another interview. They said they was gonna call me back, but I'm still looking for a job. I know it's kind of hard.
Now, Mr. Grant, listen, you've shown up every time with me, okay? And so you've shown respect to this court. I'm going to show respect for your journey as you're trying to figure out a way to, just make some money and get a job and all that.
Yeah.
So where you say you're looking for a job, where were you looking?
The last job I applied for was Buffalo Wild Wings. At this point, I need some type of income because there's a lot of stuff I got to take care of. Yeah.
Are you still I'm not going to put your full address there, but you still over in East Point?
Yeah, I'm still in East Point.
Okay. We got to brainstorm a little bit about, it's Mr. Angot, Mr. Shmuley, it's sort of, it's the next piece of our probation department we're trying to work at is, if we've got, we got young people like Mr. Grant, helping them identify how to get a job, keep a job, all that kind of stuff.
I'm a good worker and I just need to get a valid job. I can keep a job for a while. It's just ain't nobody never been calling me back.
But yeah, because I'm sure not having a license is hurting you.
Yeah.
Well, this is so this Mr. Pelly, it sounds like he's got just as a side note, he's got those 3 tickets. Maybe he's someone who's eligible for that one thing we were talking about with supporting
Yes.
Supporting that.
Yes, I will forward him that gentleman's information, and I know that Judge Kay had a really great source as well that I think I have that contact as well.
Okay, so Mr. Grant, Mr. Angot and Mr. Pelly are going to get you some contact information that could help you on, try to navigate this financial challenge, okay?
Yeah, that's the only problem I'm really having right now.
But here's the thing. We get you this information, you got to be aggressive about it. You got to call. If you leave a message, you call again, okay? You have to be relentless when it comes to this stuff, okay? So make sure that when we get you this information, you use it, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll adjourn this 90 days. Look for a text from Mr. Angat and Ms. Chappelli about, some phone numbers to call, okay?
I really appreciate it because if y'all can't help me, that really would help a lot.
What city does he reside in, Your Honor?
East Point.
Okay.
All right, let's get it done, Mr. Grant. You got this. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hang in there, Samari. Thank you, Judge.
You got it. Okay, Ruby Williams is up, then LaPointe, then Mac. Case number 2201-343, 2301-095.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli on behalf of Miss Williams. Hi, Ruby Williams. I love that name. Ruby Jewel Williams. Judge, we talked. There is a suspension out of Dearborn for no proof. I've given her the ticket number, the amount, as well as the Highland Park matter. So those two pieces of information are there. Something I'm a little concerned about was when I was looking up Dearborn, it is still showing a $45 clearance due on a Drobo license suspended, which technically that should have been terminated. I don't know if they just want their $45, but lifted the suspension with SOS. Do you see anything showing a DWLS?
Out of Dearborn?
Yes.
Yeah, it shows that it's cleared, but
it's cleared. Okay, so they just want $45 then.
I mean, I don't know if she was ever arraigned on a warrant or if she was ever, like, they might have just, that I don't know. Miss Williams, did you ever go in front of a judge in Dearborn? Oh, she's on mute.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that.
Have you ever been in front of a judge in Dearborn?
No, I haven't.
So my guess is, Ms. Chappelli, that let's see. So she's got
the two no proofs. Both of those courts, you can go online and take those specific ones out.
I think that the key is for Ms. Williams, try to pay the Dearborn ticket online, try to pay the Highland Park online, and then once she does that, she's then eligible for a license, and in the meantime can call Dearborn, later and say, is there anything else I owe this court?
Right.
But that clearance fee on the driver license suspended is not going to hold her up from getting a license. The no proof insurance is, and the same thing in Highland Park.
Good.
So Ms. Williams, it's going to be about getting a hold of, Ms. Chappelli will get you the information, but you should be able to pay these online.
Okay.
How's your job going?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
How's your job going?
It's good. It's good.
Consistent?
We recently switched over companies, so it's a little challenge with the new company that we work with now.
Right.
So wait, so you're what kind of work are you doing, Ms. Williams?
Several different jobs within a job, but I'm technically a waitress, but that title falls under cook, wait staff. I work at a seminary where I take care of up and coming priests.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. So do you work, is it Chartwells?
Yes, it is. Oh,
okay. So yeah, they do. They have a lot of different sort of catering, especially at educational institutions. They have the contract at the local high school here too.
Yes.
So, Ms. Williams, my guess is every single day you have to do something different.
Yes,
it
is.
Basically, if they need a cook, you got to be the cook. If they need a waitress, you got to be the waitress. If they need a cashier, you got to be the cashier. You got to do it all.
Absolutely.
Well, shoot, somebody who's a jack of all trades like that, we got to help you get a license. So there's no doubt about that, Miss Williams. So
Yes, because I also want to do, or I used to do outside catering outside of the job, doing catering, because we also cater to other facilities as well.
okay, so she just needs a little bit of time to chip away at these tickets. So just remember this. You'll have to pay those 2 tickets. Once those 2 tickets are paid, you'll need to make an appointment with the Secretary of State. Ms. Chappelle is going to go through this with you as well. Make an appointment with the Secretary of State. You have to do a written intro test all over again because it's been 7 years. But Ms. Williams, I mean, looking at everything, you're 2 tickets away. You're 2 tickets away. So just pay those and we're almost there. I'll give her 90 days. If you get done sooner than that, I'm happy to see you sooner, but I also know it might take a minute to get that money together. But this isn't a question of if you get your license anymore, Ms. Williams. It's going to be a question of when. All right. And the answer is sooner than when we started.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is my year to get all of this taken care of.
Love it. Write that in stone. All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Christian Lapointe, then Thomas Mack, and then Edie. All right, so Mr. Lapointe, are you there? 2301770. Lapointe?
Yep.
It's just gotta unmute. Lapointe, are you there? Christian Lapointe?
There.
He's just gotta unmute. So take your phone off of mute. So there we go. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, today's time set
Yes.
for our very first review. Ms. Chappelle?
Very first review, and I gave him the whole picture of what's happening here. So he's aware of it. I've got a good phone number for him, updated it with the court. He's got 3 tickets, Warren, Madison Heights, and East Point. He knows that he has to physically go into the building in Madison Heights and deal with that. There's no online pay. Warren and East Point are a different story. Those you should be able to go online and pay those. So it's just a matter of how much time you need to kind of pay those different tickets. I don't know if you're working or going to school, what's happening.
So, Mr. Lapointe, would you think like another 90 days, another 4 months even? I'm happy to work with you. These things need to get done so we can get your license, but they also cost money, which is going to take some time to save up. What do you think?
I think 90 days is fine.
Okay. All right. So we're going to adjourn this 90 days and we'll send notice. And if you need more time, just give Ms. Chappelle a call. All right.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Lapointe.
All right. Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Next is Mac. So Mac is 2302192.
And Matt?
Thomas Mack.
Yep, I'm here.
Give me a second, Your Honor. This was John.
This is Mr. Angotts.
I apologize. How you doing, Mr. Mack?
This is a really good one, actually.
it?
Yeah, he saw Judge K in January, and by the time we got to February 28th, he got his full and valid license. Nice job, Mr. Mack. Well done.
Thank you.
That is impressive. What'd you do when you got it?
Went out and had a beer with my girlfriend at dinner.
I tell you, Mr. Mack, it's people don't get it unless you don't have it.
Oh, it feels good.
They don't get how hard it is to just get around everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I'm happy for you, Mr. Mack, and
thank you.
I'm ready to move forward with certainly giving him the chance to have a reduced fines and costs here. Mr. Angott?
Judge, and I apologize, Mr. Mack, we didn't have a phone number for you, so I couldn't get a hold of you beforehand. Usually we'd ask for it, but you're done with us, so we don't need it anymore.
No, thank you.
Congratulations, man. You got the work done. This is what it's all about. We really appreciate everyone who does it. And Now you're about to find out the reward. So thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Mack, anything before this court imposes sentence?
Nope.
All right, so you order this court on the charge of allowing a licensed person to drive. The max fine is $500. I'll set that at 0. The max court costs are $500. I'll set that at $25. The state of Michigan costs are $125. I can't do anything on that, but the grand total is $150. Obviously a substantial reduction. If I give you 30 days, is that enough time?
Next week. I'll pay next. That's fine. Or 30 days. I'll pay it next week though.
Perfect. I'll say 30 days. If it's done in a week, even better. Good luck, Mr. Mack. Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Judge. Take care.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. All right. So Edie and then Gurney.
Hello.
All right. Case number. Let's see here. 22000705 and 23020053. Dejanay. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
Dejanay Edie.
Yeah.
All right. Miss Edie is here for a review. How's she doing? Who's got this? Mr. Angat?
Yes, sir. John Angat appearing on behalf of Dejanay Edie. I'm sorry, Miss Edie. So, Judge, she's on it. She knows where the tickets are. Right? She was actually the one I could not get the information for. She already knew the amount due in
Nice.
Centerline. Nothing came up when I tried to pull up Centerline, but I sent her the information as to Lincoln Park. And of course, there's the Royal Oak. So I told her that a $45 clearance fee will take this one off her list.
Well,
I have a quick question.
So just real quick, she doesn't have. Let's see here. Oh, I see. There was the. Yep, she's got the. So basically, Miss Edie, you have 2 cases with us. Okay, one newer, one older. Okay, the older case went into default, and the charge was no proof. One of the charges, no proof insurance, which is the only one that can really suspend you. Now, most courts, as you're going to find out, Centerline and Lincoln Park will probably do that. Most courts will want all the money paid up front before you can get the clearance. Okay. And I don't know if do you know the amounts in Centerline and Lincoln Park?
We've got them, Judge.
Yeah, he had gave them to me. The only one I really don't understand is Royal Oak, because I just had a court day with them, which is they was the ones that sent me to y'all, and they cleared everything. So
No. You're with me. You're in Royal Oak right now. This is Royal Oak.
Oh, have I seen you before last
No,
month?
so you had so there are 2 judges that do this program. We do it together, myself and Judge Kolakowski. You pled in front of Judge Kolakowski. Okay. Now when you pled, okay, you pled to counts 1 and 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, 1 and 3 were dismissed. So the driving while license suspended and the expired plates. This is from the 2022 ticket. So let's walk through this. There's a Royal Oak ticket and a Berkeley ticket. Okay. The Berkeley ticket is older. Okay. The Berkeley ticket from 2022. Okay. The Berkeley ticket had had 3 counts on it. It had driving while license suspended, no proof of insurance, and expired plates. For whatever reason, the prosecutor offered a plea to allowing a licensed person to drive, which is good, but also offered the plea to no insurance. And the no insurance ticket is the one that carried a clearance fee on it. Okay. Because of how old the case was, because it was 2022, because it was almost 2 years ago. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, you also had a Royal Oak ticket where you pled to expired plates and allowing a licensed person to drive. Okay. So all in total, what you have right now at this court is 2 counts of allowing a licensed person to drive, 1 from Berkeley, 1 from Royal Oak, and 1 count of no proof insurance and 1 count of expired plates. Now, the 2 allowing a licensed person to drive, you haven't been sentenced on those yet, because we don't want to put any fines and costs on you yet till you get your license, and then we'll reduce it. Okay. The expired plate and the no proof of insurance. Now those tickets as well. And it's, Judge K, I just noticed that the no insurance, you already sanctioned at 175. So that tells me that it looks like the Secretary of State fee should have been waived on that one. So So Miss Edie, I could take care of that one easy for you today. So I will waive the $45 clearance fee on the no proof insurance because I think that's what Judge Kolakowski wanted to have happen. So
Okay.
that will take care of your Royal Oak suspension. You're not done with us because we have to eventually do a sentencing on this where we reduce the fines and costs, but the suspension is gone there. So all that you have left that are suspensions, Centerline and Lincoln Park. Okay. Now, John, I will say this too. If she takes care of Centerline and Lincoln Park before the end of the month, then she might not have to take a written and road test again.
Yeah, I told her that too. I know it's a different, listen, you've got about, 3 weeks to get
I
those
got the
paid
money.
off.
I got money. So I'm just trying to figure out, because I know I got a lot of stuff. So can y'all tell me what I need to pay in the next 30 days to get my license back? Because the judge is saying I have
texted what
a
you need to
clearance.
pay. I texted what
Okay,
you
so
need
what's
to pay.
the clearance? Because I'm not understanding. So I'm just trying to get clarification
Okay, well, so
of what needs to be paid.
Miss Edie, are you with me for a second? We'll walk through this because this does get very confusing. Okay.
It is. It's frustrating. It's confusing. It's different letters, different bill. I just need to know what I need to pay because I have the money. So I just need to know what I need to pay so it could get paid.
Sure. Okay. So Mr. Ingot, when you sent over the monies, I have, no one's told me yet what she owes out of Centerline or what she owes out of Lincoln Park.
Give me one moment, Judge, and I'll tell you exactly.
John sent me exactly what I needed to pay. So if I paid it, I could get my license. But Judge, you're saying that I have to still come back to court for something with Royal Oak after I pay everything?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll be happy to explain it to you. Ready? Okay. So you pled here in this court, okay, to 4 charges. You haven't been charged a dime on those charges yet. Okay.
Okay.
You haven't been charged on that yet because none of those 4 charges, now that I cleared that issue, that no proof insurance issue, now I took care of that. Okay. Those 4 issues, those 4 charges you have in Royal Oak and Berkeley. Okay. We haven't charged you anything on it yet. And it's not holding you up from getting your license. Okay. We'll do that later. We'll do that after you get your license. Okay. Because if you get your license, whatever I give you here in Royal Oak and Berkeley, I can reduce it because you got your license. I'd rather, if I sent you today, it'd be a high fines and costs because you don't have a license. I don't want to do that. Okay.
Okay. That's what I was confused about. I'm
Okay.
sorry for the frustration, John. That's what I was trying to get, because John was telling me what I had to pay. I wasn't sure if I needed to pay the Royal Oak now too.
Nope.
Because I was just like, I come up with the money. I just trying to get everything together because it's been a long time since I had one. Trying to just get it on the ball.
And so, Miss Edie, and I can see where the confusion came because we still had a suspension here for an unknown reason, and so I just took care of that for you. I just waived that, and that was done. And so, it's basically a 2-step process. Okay, 2 steps.
Okay.
First, you take care of what you need to take care of in Lincoln Park and Centerline. Okay. If you get that done before the end of the month, okay, get an appointment with the Secretary of State, then you won't have to do a written and road test again. Okay. Because you're basically, everything runs out March 30th of 2020. And if you don't have this cleared up and have tried to renew your license, they'll make you do a whole nother road test. That's why we're trying to get it done earlier for you. So
and I don't want to do that. So I'll take care of that.
Okay.
Within like the next 2 weeks.
Right. And so when you're done with getting your license, then you come back to us and then we'll set the fines and costs for those 4 charges that we haven't sentenced you on yet. Now, when you come back to us, you'll have a license. We'll see that you finished the job. So we'll be able to chop down those fines and costs. And whatever we do give you, we're going to give you plenty of time because I just know you paid Centerline and Lincoln Park. So the last thing I want to do is throw another bill on you that's due right away.
Okay. Yes. So thank you for, it was a lot. So do I report to John to pay the fees or do I call Centerline Lincoln Park and pay them?
You got to call the courts directly. Centerline judge is ridiculous. It's $636.
And when I'm telling you, that was almost 5-6 years ago. Like, you should have been reduced that.
Well,
Yeah,
call them and
I
ask
was
them if they
18 years
will.
old. I'm about to be 25. Like, come on now. But I'm gonna just pay it because I just want to get it out the way.
So if you just take care of those two, once you take care of those, then let John know right away. Or if you run into issues getting it, if like someone gives you any hassle at those courts, you call John. John lets us know, and then we can always reach out to them saying, "Hey, Miss Edie is ready to pay. What's the deal?" Okay.
Okay.
So that's the way this program is designed twofold. One, if you run into brick walls, we're there to try to help as best we can. And the other part of it is when you're done, we do reduce the fines and costs.
Thank you so much. It'll really a pleasure of y'all helping me for real. Like, it's been a long time.
Well, you're welcome, and I appreciate it is a lot, ma'am, and it gets very frustrating. And I appreciate you being willing to sort of walk through this road because it's worth it. And I appreciate you
Yes,
not
because
giving
I
up.
actually had some money. I know it's don't have nothing to do with you guys, but when you get your state refund back from taxes, they actually took $1,000 from me last year for tickets, and I don't know where it went to or what it paid for. But they took it and they sent a letter saying it was for tickets, and I'm like, I still have the Centerline ticket. Like, what did y'all pay for? But
Right.
okay.
Right.
But now you're in charge, right? So you pay everything and you're in charge of it. The IRS can't take your money this year. And like the judge said, if you hit your birthday, that's the 4-year mark for the Secretary of State where you've not had a license. Then they're going to treat you like you're 16 again because they're going to make you retake the written test and the road.
No, I'm just gonna pay it. I just got a
You don't
new
want to be
job,
16
so
again.
I'm just gonna pay the money.
Okay. You can do it. You'll let me
See,
know if you have any problems.
You got
Yes.
this. You got this. Get it done. Call John right away. If anything comes up, we'll have you back. All right.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Take care. Good luck. We'll see you in about. I'm gonna set the next court date. Probably. Let's go out 90 days. She should have everything in order by then.
Perfect.
Okay, yes, I'll have it taken care of.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. I've got. I'm probably mispronouncing this, but Miss Gurney, is that right?
It's Gurney.
Gurney. Okay.
Yep.
And then Miss Ewas is next. So Miss Gurney is here for a review. Where do we stand on this?
Judge, there's 2 outstanding suspensions. One is Centerline, one is Madison Heights. Madison Heights, she knows she's got to go there. We talked about that. But she's got a new job. She cannot take any time off work for the first 90 days. I did look up Centerline. Here's the issue. If you look at her last name, it's a little tricky, the spelling. I misspelled it like 12 different times. So when I looked up Centerline for that no proof to try to tell her the amount, I couldn't find anything from 2019 for a no proof. So we need to get from you the ticket number.
Here we go.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Chappelli will work with you on that, but that's the reason why we do things remote, so that people can stay at work, so that people can keep their jobs, Ms. Gurney. So we'll continue to do this remotely. I'll bump this out 3 to 4 months so that you can get past that probation period. If you get done sooner, just talk to Ms. Chappelli, we can get in sooner.
Okay. I was about to say I have some help to get them paid off quicker. But I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, so I will take the 90 days, and I'll just let you guys know if I happen to get it done quicker.
That's the whole point. Like, I don't like in a perfect world we get done sooner, but I want to give you room to maneuver. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, but good work. Keep it up. We're closer than ever. All right. Take care.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a
That
good
number.
day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Ewas. 2018-00418.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelli for Miss Ewas. It appears that I think that she can go and schedule her written. I don't think there's anything holding her back. She wanted you to confirm that.
Every time you pass by here, she's crying, and I can hear it.
I'm sorry, my mother's in the background.
Okay, so remember, it's the
You know what?
the issue is she's never had a license before.
Well,
she's little.
okay, because I have notes that she was expired in 2018. Was it a permit?
Yeah, I see the word, I see it says expired too, but is it?
Did you have a license, Missy West?
No, I just had a permit.
She
Okay.
had a permit. Okay, then she should be able to go.
Yeah.
So Miss Iwas, I'm looking at your record, and if she had never had any kind of license before, then we'd have to wait for the law to change, okay? Because she had a Detroit ticket and a Dearborn ticket. But if she had a permit before, you're telling me you had a permit before, right, Miss Iwas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then she should be able to.
Schedule the written?
I think she can do it right away.
Me too. Me too.
So Ms. Iwas, how long do you think it'll take for you to make an appointment with the Secretary of State?
Not long, sir.
Okay, so why don't I adjourn this?
And I apologize for last time when I was in the hospital. I've been in and out of the hospital for the past like month and a half.
I hope you're feeling better.
It's okay.
Thank
We
you.
knew that, and so we moved it. We knew you had stuff going on, and
I
so
appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything.
I'm glad you're home, and I'm glad you're. I'm hoping you're getting stronger. So I'll set this out 2 months. And that'll give her time to take the written test and eventually do a road test. So
I might even be able to get it done sooner, Your Honor. And if I do, I will reach out to the attorney.
Great.
Perfect. How exciting. You know, after you've had a tough go of it, Miss Iwas, and it sure would be nice for good things to start happening for you. So let's make it happen, okay?
I agree. And it's a new year and it's about time.
It's a new year and it's about
And I
time.
wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So thank you. I'm forever grateful.
You're welcome, Ms. Iwas. I'll see you back here in hopefully sooner, but it'll start at 60 days, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Take care.
Feel better.